All right. So in this game, we are going up against Mray. Um, I've played him a couple times over the years, mostly in duos actually. But I think I played him once or twice, 1v1. Every game I know I've played with him, whether they were one-on-ones or duos, have been very interesting games. He's not a meta player. I'm not a meta player. Or at least I don't consider myself a meta player, I should say. But he definitely looks for new opportunities and plays things differently, and he plays what shows on the board in the moment really well. Um, so one of his big things is he's the one that, or one of the guys, that has really defined the West Russia jam. So this is the West Russia jam. Instead of attacking Ukraine at all, just put everything into West Russia here. And I'll be honest, I've actually never played against the West Russia jam as Axis. I've never tried West Russia jam for myself. It's one I keep saying that someday I'm going to try, and I haven't tried it yet. And here I'm playing one of the top gurus in it, so to speak. So I figure this will be a good game to record. If nothing else, it'll show some top-notch allies running the West Russia jam, and hopefully some decent Axis trying to play against it. So that being said, like I said, I haven't really studied. I've heard people say you should go ahead and attack Egypt since the bomber lives. I've heard people say, well, so some of the people that run the West Russia Jam will land a Russian fighter down there. Um, I've seen people say, well, that can go south pretty easily. Um, I've heard people say stack Ukraine. While you got it, take Caucasus, stack Ukraine. Um, to stack Ukraine, it will take me at least 2 fighters. Even if I use a transport to come in here, which means I'd let the destroyer live, which of course, as you guys know, um, letting the destroyer live in my games can lead to a 37 and a KJF, and the West Russia Jam is definitely a component towards defending against a KJF. So I don't necessarily want to do that. I really feel like I want to still do TJ just because I don't want to feed into the possibility of the West Russia Jam. To me, the benefit of this is the fact that we've got the bomber already and we've got 6 fighters, so we got a really good chance of trying to dead zone the Atlantic Navy. And so that's what I would like to do, but I can't do that if I leave 2 fighters back here in Ukraine. So I don't know that I know the top guys, several of the top guys on Discord, that's the play is stack Ukraine, hold from there. But with 10 infantry following up on this, I don't think I could stack it for long. And if anybody's watched me play Axis, I like to mess with fleet logistics. That's my style of play. That's what I know to do. That's how I know how to play. So I think I'm going to continue to try to fight on messing up the fleet logistics rather than worrying about stacking Ukraine, because I got a feeling, in 1 or 2 turns I'll be able to get it back to the point where it's trading here, or he's stacking Karelia or something. And so I'm going to be more interested in stacking Karelia on G2. It's going to be tight. I just did a count. I didn't do a super strong look there. So I'm going to focus on pulling back, try to stack Karelia on G2, and focus on messing with the Atlantic um, capabilities, especially since this is a strong play for a KJF. So I want to make the Atlantic fleets really hard to get going just in case that is the case. Just in case that is what we end up going into. So I'm buying 732 artillery, and I'm buying 2 tanks so that I can get to Karelia on G2 since I don't have to buy a bomber this turn. Because normally, as you guys probably, if you've watched me, know I like to do 7-2 in the bomber most of my games. I was very tempted to go for the C Zone 10. I've been kind of settling in for a while. seen all the math, and so I lean towards doing the C-Zone 6, but it's really nice when you do kill that destroyer transport. So I was very tempted to do that, but once again, I'm chickening out, and I'm doing what the brain says instead of what the heart says. All right, so now what should we do with this bomber? I mean, he's just sitting here. Oh, try and hit the cruiser. Is that worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4. They could come back up and land in Northwest Europe. Just I hate to waste a bomber on a cruiser though. I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll save my bomber. I think we'll just use him to make sure we get this guy. 1, 2, 3. We could hit this guy down here. Help TJ make me that a little better, right? 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I kind of like that. Just secure TJ a little bit stronger, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 land in Italy, which is where I normally build them anyways. Suppose I do need to keep an eye out for here, right? So he can have 3. I'm going to be pulling in 4. He could have the fighter hit there. He could have another fighter hit there. So he could trade there heavily, I guess. But I think I'll still do what I normally do, because if he's doing that, then he's not taking out C-Zone 61. These guys are not really going to do me anything. So yeah, so I'm looking at getting 6 fighters and a bomber, and hopefully a good, strong, surviving fleet in C-Zone 7 to hopefully maybe prevent a Atlantic fleet drop. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Don't do this. Thank you. Whew. Didn't want one of those battleship dies. Well, especially battleship and transport die. And then my bomber would have been attacking by itself. Alright, it was excess. Oh well. And he still got his hit back. All benefits of the bomber going there negated. These guys better win now, though. Of course, the fighter missed. You're breaking my heart. Alright. That's 6 misses and 3 misses by infantry, 3 misses by planes. Oh my goodness. 8 and 4. Oh, good lord. Are you kidding me? And there's where the bomber should have went. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm already regretting how I played this. It's a good sign. They're sub-miss. That's always a good sign. Not a good sign when everybody else misses too, though. Oh, well, okay. If all of theirs miss, then I won't complain. Oh, now the sub hits. The dice are going to give me heart attacks today. Oh, come on. Oy. No, no, no. That's not what I wanted. Wow, that is not what I wanted to have happened. I wanted a strong finish there. Oh, what a horrible G1. Yeah, I mean, certainly that could be worse. Don't get me wrong. It definitely could have been worse, but that was just bad. One take, just in case he fails Corellia. Well, not happy with this start, but what are we going to do other than keep on playing? Oh well, for the good solid stop and fleet drop too. Golly. Frustrating, frustrating. Against top opponents like this, you don't want to start that way. All right, so there's my nice weak German front. I get a weak one again.